Welcome back, learners, to another episode of Tech Course Mastery. In this episode, we will be mainly dealing about ISC Maths 2024, and we will be breaking down this entire video into three parts. Firstly, there will be a syllabus breakdown, followed by the trend of last 4 years, and then the projections of ISC 2024. Now, in the trend, as I have told, we will be discussing about 4 years, namely 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2023. We are not taking 2017 and the exams before that, mainly because there had been a lot of change in the syllabus, so it is unjustified to compare that with this. Then, if we consider 2021 and 22, those were the COVID years. So the pattern of examinations and the syllabus breakdown, questions, many things were removed from the syllabus. So again, that will be unjustified to compare with the present scenario. So let's go into the breakdown of the syllabus first. In ISC Maths, there are the question divided into mainly three sections, section A, B and C. Section A is compulsory for all, section B is mainly for science students and section C is for commerce. But there is no hard and fast rule in that. I would say those who are facing difficulty in section A during the normal time of the year, you should go for section C because section B itself is difficult. You need to give a lot of time there. You are already struggling in section A. It is not justified to spend more time on section B and drop your marks further in section A. So if you are weak in section A, go for section C. If you are strong in section A and you are looking for some competitive exams, especially engineering, you should go for section B because that will be required in the entrance exam. So as we can see on the screen, the entire syllabus is divided into three parts, section A, B, C, and there are in total 10 modules and 28 chapters. The modules are mainly relation function, algebra, calculus, probability, vectors, 3D geometry, application of integrals, application of calculus, linear regression, and linear programming. Out of this, the module number 3, which is calculus, is the biggest part and the most important part of the class 12 syllabus in ISC. And this will also, as we will see in the further sections of the video, that this is going to have most of the marks in the exam. So now let us go into breaking down year on year. So first we'll be starting with the year 2023. As you can see on the screen, calculus has about 49.23% of the questions in section A. If we look into chapter wise, we will see that matrices has the highest amount of questions, about 12.31%. And there are few chapters from which no questions have came in section A, like binary operations, indeterminate forms of limits, mean value theorems. So that was about section A. In section B, as we can see, 3D geometry was having 40%, the major chunk of questions in 2023. Then in section C, we will have linear regression, that is having the major percentage of questions. In section B, let me tell you, if we see chapter wise, there are two chapters which are having equally important questions, that is basics and straight lines of 3D and area under curves. So a lot of students have a question whether we should do area under curves or not. You must do area under curves if you are opting for section B. That is a must thing. So now let us see year 2020. In year 2020 in section A, again calculus has 50% of the questions. Chapter wise, if we see matrices, again has highest number of questions. Then few chapters have no question at all, like relations, continuity and differentiability, indeterminate forms of limits, indefinite integrals, and Bayes theorem. Laws of probability and matrices were the highest in this year. Then in section B, we can see 3D geometry is having the major chunk. About 40% of the questions came from there. Now, if we see chapter wise, area under curves are having maximum question, about 30%. In section C, application of calculus in commerce and economics have the maximum percentage, about 40%. Now let us go to year 2019. In the year 2019, calculus again as usual has 50% in section A. Chapter wise, if we see determinants and laws of probability, both of them have got the highest number of questions. The chapters which have got no questions are theoretical probability distribution, indefinite integrals 2 and 3, mean value theorems, and relations. Okay, so these are the chapters having no question. Then if we go to section B, again 3D geometry has maximum, that is 40%. Chapter wise, if we see basics and straight line and area under curves in section B, both are having 30% questions. In section C, applications of calculus is having 40% and the major chunk. Now let us see year 2018. In year 2018, section A again, calculus as usual 50%. Chapter wise, there are a lot of chapters that have got maximum marks, that is about 7.5% marks. So inverse trigonometric functions, determinants, matrices, continuity differentiability, applications of derivatives, maxima and minima, indefinite integrals, differential equations, Bayes theorem, theoretical probability distributions, all of them had 7.5% of the questions. The chapters which had no questions were definite integrals and relations. In section B, in year 2018, 3D geometry is having the highest, that is 70%. Now if we see chapter wise, vectors 2 has got the highest and area under curves has got no question in this year. So section C, application of calculus, has got 40%, which is the major chunk, and chapter wise also its application of calculus. So that was all about the trend in 2018, 19, 20 and 23. Now we will do the average analysis and regression analysis of the question that has came from each module and each chapter, and we will see the results. So you can see the results are here on the screen. First we'll see the results module wise. So if we see module wise projections, and we have developed it from the regression analysis and average analysis, we can see relations and function will have about 10 marks in ISC 2024. Then algebra 11, calculus 32, probability 12, vectors 4, 3D geometry 7, application of integrals 4, application of calculus in commerce and economics 6, linear regression 5, and linear programming 4. So this is going to be the expected number of questions, expected marks of each module that is going to appear in ISC 2024. And this has been done totally based on scientific process of regression analysis. Now if we see chapter-wise projection, in the chapter-wise projection we can see, this is the list that you can see on your screen. So we have, like, from relations we can have 1 marks, function 4, binary operation 1, inverse trigonometric function 4, determinants 5, matrices 5. Then calculus, the huge chunk, continuity differentiability have 2, differentiation 2, indeterminate forms 1, mean value theorem 1, application of derivatives 2, maxima minima 6, indefinite integrals 1, 5, then standard methods will have 2 and special integrals will have 4, definite integrals will have 4, differential equations 4. Laws of probability will have 4 marks, Bayes theorem 5, theoretical distribution of probability having 3. In section B, vectors 1 and 2 will comprise together 4, basics and straight line 4 marks, the plane 3 and area under curves will have 4 marks. In section C, applications of calculus in commerce and economics will have 6 marks, linear regression 5 and linear programming 4. So that is the projected marks in ISC 2024. So unit 2 overall focus mainly on the calculus part. If we see module wise in section A, and chapter wise we can see matrices, determinants, inverse trigonometric functions, probability. These are the regions which are having the importance next to calculus. In section B, area under curves is a must. You should do. We have seen that in 1 year it had not come, but that may not be always the question. So area under curves is a must do for you, followed by vectors and then the 3D geometry. So in section B you don't have much options to leave anything. And if you are facing it difficult in section B, you should go for section C, as I've told earlier. So now there's a time for the bonus. So all those who have made till this moment of the video, there is something bonus for you. So as I've told, the most important section is calculus. So I have jotted down few important key focus areas that you should go through before the exam so that you can maximize your marks. So in module 3 calculus, I have noted down few points like in continuity and differentiability, from which region you should focus, then from differentiation, indeterminate forms of limit, mean value theorems, application of derivatives. Especially I have given a stress on the questions related to maxima and minima. In maxima and minima, I have added about 12 to 13 types of questions by brainstorming from throughout the exam pattern, and these are the most probable questions that can come. Then from indefinite integrals, what are the areas of focus? Definite integrals. In definite integrals, as you can know, there are a lot of things, a lot of properties. The main things that you should focus is modulus function, odd function, then a to b fx dx, which is a plus b minus x, that property, and 0 to 2a fx dx. So I have written that in the PDF, don't worry about that. Then from differential equations, you have got 3 types. I have again written that what you should study. These are the things which you should know from calculus, especially in the 11th hour. Then from probability, you must revise the laws of probability, few types of problems that I have stated there. From Bayes theorem, I have selected very appropriate problems which you can practice, especially on the last day. Then we have probability distribution also. From there I have given 10 questions. So these questions have been especially to focus you on the key areas which can maximize your marks, especially when you're preparing on the 11th hour in the last day. So that PDF is down there in the description. You can get it, download it, and go through that. That will help you in the preparations. And also regarding the entire analysis that I have shown in the video, all the graphs, all the pie charts, all the data, that is also given in another PDF, and that link is given in the description. You can go through that for if you have any doubt in the video or you couldn't understand any part of the video. Further to this, if you have any more doubts, any more questions about ISC Maths, especially in 2024, you can put a comment down below. I'll be checking on that and I'll be replying to you before your ISC exam. Yeah, that's a promise. So you can check that out, and if you have liked our video and found that it is beneficial, please subscribe to our channel, share and spread it to the people who really need it. There may be someone you know who is struggling in the last day before ISC 2024. Please share this video with them. So we'll be seeing you until next time in another video related to ISC Physics 2024. That video will be coming very shortly. Till then, bye, see you, and best of luck for your ISC 2024. You're going to go. Thank you.